Yeah, that's true. All right, if you're just joining us, we haven't started the show proper. We're just waiting on Breakman as usual. You know what? I didn't check to see if my Skype was updated, so let me make sure that's good because I don't want any issues. Okay, yes, it is updated. Just waiting on the show's RPGrinders. We'll be starting shortly. We talk video games, RPGs, JRPGs, a lot of political talk, a lot of skeptical talk. So if you're in the mood for a video game show with a little bit of a difference, we are the longest running RPG, JRPG skeptical show on the internet. We've been doing this for 11 years?
I think we're the only one because
yeah.
I don't think too many podcasts combine RPGs and skeptical topics.
Yeah.
You know, as of late, we've kind of avoided the whole skeptical thing.
Yeah, we've had a lot
dealing
of
with
politics.
more political stuff now.
Yeah, we've had a lot of politics to go over, but I think that'll change now that the midterms are over. Although today is going to be more talk because the midterms just ended, so of course we're going to be talking about that. Let's see. Yo, Breakman. Is your Skype updated, Eric?
Hold on. I didn't get any notifications, and let's see.
All right, let's get.
I got version 8.33.0.50.
Yeah, you should be good, Eric. I don't foresee any problems for today, so we should be good. I'm just gonna add Breakman right about now. Hey. Breakman, you there?
Yo, what's up?
What is up? We haven't started the show yet, so can you go ahead and tweet Outbreak if you haven't already, and also make sure your Skype is updated. I don't think.
Oh no! Don't tell me it needs to be updated
I don't
again.
think it does, but just to be
I'm
sure.
gonna cry. Okay, good. Oh god, if it needed updated, I was gonna cry.
You're gonna cry, huh? Yeah.
Skype's evil.
Skype is evil sometimes.
I remember when
apparently Donald Trump Jr.'s arrest is imminent.
Oh, I can't wait.
I hope so.
Oh man, we're gonna talk about some of that shit.
Jared Kushner should follow behind him.
And Ivanka. Ivanka's not an innocent.
I was gonna say Senior should follow behind him.
Well, he'll be last if anything.
Yeah, he'll be the last one because he has the most power.
I'm just saying should. I'm not.
He'll be Marty McFly. He'll swap places with Biff. It's like happy jailbird family.
You know what? Once they release those tax returns, they're gonna find a lot of shit. The shit that he should have been arrested for, probably 20, 30 years ago. So, fuck him, fuck that administration. But we will definitely talk about it. If you're just joining us,
he arrest somebody for something you did 20 years ago. Isn't that beyond the statute of limitations?
No, I don't think
cases?
so. And especially when it comes to taxes, man. Taxes, they don't fuck around.
Statute of limitations has got to be changed.
Yeah, I agree with that too, especially in cases of murder and rape and sexual assault,
child molestation.
Yes, all that type of stuff needs to go away. There should be no statute of limitations on that. I don't care if you're fucking 80 years old and you're about ready to die, and you would only serve a week in prison.
Would it be a different story if they were like a different person than they are now than they were then?
Absolutely not, because they didn't do their
not
time.
If they murdered somebody or they raped a bunch of people.
I'm not talking about like cases of murder.
But I think the statute of limitations should apply if like they're the minor crimes.
You know what?
Like they didn't return a book to the library.
Yeah.
Like that shit that should fall off.
Yes.
You know? Minor weed possession, that stuff.
Yeah. You know what?
Minor coke possession, not. They were caught with 12 pounds of coke dealing it or something, or throwing a coke party and they're like swimming in it.
Well, even then, man. I mean, we could talk about. You know what? That's going to be our free for all for today. So good topic, Breakman. I appreciate you bringing that up. So, without further ado, you guys ready to rock?
Yeah, I'm still tweeting out.
Oh, okay. Well, let me know when you're ready.
I wish I could get a Joy-Cons bundle for like $40 instead of $480 because I could use an extra pair, so I don't have to take the ones I have off to play games that only require the Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Or playing it in touch mode.
Yeah. You ready, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get this party started. And welcome everybody to the longest running show about RPG, skeptical topics, politics, and a hodgepodge of a lot of other stuff. I am your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great, Breakman the Bold. Gentlemen, how are you? Let's start with you, Breakman. How was your week?
I was fine until you brought up how we're not internet famous yet.
Well, we're definitely not internet famous.
We've been doing this forever, still not internet famous.
I don't even think we're internet infamous.
Oh,
I know, this is ridiculous.
Check this out.
I'm done. I'm done.
You're done. You're done with this shit. No, hey, don't use my phrase, man. Come on, man. I'm walking off.
Where's oh Jesus Christ. Where's the iHeart Radio Award?
Exactly. I demand an iHeart Radio Award right this instant, man. That's some bullshit, man. We've been doing this shit for 11 years and still no money. I want money and awards and fame.
You maybe, but not me and Break.
Well, I mean, you guys have been here for what, 7, 8, 9 years, so
look, I'm not quite 9 yet.
Yeah. What now?
I was gonna say,
wait, I am 9. I'm not quite 10.
So yeah, you can keep all the awards and the recognition and all this stuff. I just want the cash.
No, I want the money, man. It's all about the Benjamins here, man. I mean, you know.
No. You can have the awards and stuff. You said you wanted those awards.
No, I want the money.
You could take the awards and then you could sell the awards. There's your money.
That's true. Show me the gold. That's what I'm saying. Show me the gold. Hey, Breakman, how was your week, man?
Like those sad NFL players that sell their Super Bowl rings.
I get the YouTube award, one of those platinum YouTube awards, and I sell it for like $20 or something. So Breakman, how was your week, man? Nothing. That's what we get from you. Nothing. We get nothing from Breakman.
I leaned on the mute button. I said it was okay. I'm sorry.
All right, no problem.
Is the mute button like sticking out or something? Because
no, my arm was like on the mouse, and then just the arrow was right by the mute button. It was just an accident, a coincidental accident. Nothing more. I don't know why you're questioning these things.
Yeah, exactly.
Why you're bringing up these these wild theories. I don't know what you're accusing me of, but these are lies.
You know what he's accusing you of?
Ridiculous.
Fake news, man.
I don't have to stand here and take this. This is bullshit.
It is. It's fake news. It's fake news.
It's fake news.
Eric, how was your week, man? All right?
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, let's get started.
I had to watch a lot of anime.
I know. You said you had a lot of anime to get to, so cool. Let's go ahead and... RPG News. All right, Eric, take it away. RPG News.
Okay, first is about how the city of Final Fantasy NT is going free-to-play in Japan. Presumably only Japan for the moment, because usually when games go to free-to-play in Japan, that hasn't transitioned to the West.
Yeah, why is that, Eric?
I don't know. I think maybe they're afraid that going to free-to-play might turn some Westerners off.
Probably, but
or because it's doing it through a service which doesn't exist in the West.
Do free-to-play games do well over there? They must if they go to the free-to-play model like that.
I mean, DOA 5 last round is kind of free-to-play because you can play as like a single character.
Yeah.
And then if you want the other characters, you buy the rest.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's not a lot of chatters. I think Commander Root's in there. Commander Root.
Yeah, this is basically the same thing.
Yeah. And Apricot Droopfruit. I love that name, man. Apricot Droopfruit's in chat as well. All right, Breakman.
Those must
Next.
be bots or something, because there's always people like lurking.
I don't think they're
around.
bots. I just think they're shy and don't want to talk. So I'm sure we'll have Freak and I saw Dungeon was playing Tomb Raider, so he's probably involved in a little bit of Tomb Raider right now. So all right,
Coming to us live from RPG site, Data Alive, Rio Reincarnation. What?
date.
Yeah. That's the name of the game. Data Live.
Well, there's a game
Rio
called Live
Reincarnation.
Alive.
Yeah.
So
Data Live.
Live Alive. I don't know.
I don't know what
I
it
just,
is either.
what the
Yeah.
shit did I just say? I don't even know.
I think it's just bad
Idea Factory
translation.
International isn't. What are you saying, Frank? I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say I think it's just bad translation most of the time with those titles, man.
It has to be. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Idea Factory International has announced that they will release a visual novel, Date Alive, Rio Reincarnation, for PlayStation 4 and PC in the West in summer 2014.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
I think Japan intentionally makes Englishy titles because they think it's cute.
Yeah, and they think it would appeal to the Western audience, which like every
No,
time.
they don't. But the Western audience, I guess, Idea Factory International decided not to change the title at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's always fun because it makes people like Breakman pissed off, and me for that matter. So, all right, anything else?
There's the Western cute aspect, the schadenfreude of watching Break get angry.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
No, it's not that it makes me angry. I'm just really confused about it more than like the title. So, why do you name it like that if you want to sell your game?
Yeah, it
because
pisses
something
me-
that like I wouldn't even look at the back of. I'd be
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
And move on. Look at the next game.
yeah, it pisses me off though. But you know,
They should have called it Date Plus, like to make fun of Love Plus.
Day plus. All right. Anything else on this break before?
Now,
we
let me
move
see
on?
here. I'll give you some key features because you can, with multiple dates, multiple outcomes, with 11 characters to choose from and over 150 dating events to choose. The choice
Oh
is
my god,
up.
that's
Who you
almost
choose
as
up
large
you.
as the roster for Hakuoki.
Find your route to love. The choices you make with each girl can affect your overall destiny. Clear all of your dates for recognition and reveal the heroine's true ending. Motion portrait animation comes to life. All standing portraits that the player interact with will breathe, blink, and react to your conversations.
Ooh, they're
The
using
hero-
Live 2D.
The heroines feel more realistic than ever. That's what they said. There's more where that came from. 2 previously entries in the Day-Day Live series that were only available on the PlayStation 3, Ren Utopia and Rusu Install, will be included in Rio Reincarnation. Re-experience the ending of your date's route in Ren Utopia and Rusa Install and experience new date endings and event CGs in Rio Incarnation. Jesus.
Yeah.
Just Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, panty shots from the screenshot. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, again, sexualizing. Wow, she looks really young.
I know,
Jesus
man. Like
Christ.
I always have a hard time with these like visual novels and shit.
They're high
like-
schoolers, but they make them look younger.
I know.
She does not
it's
look
so
like a
weird.
high schooler. She looks
No.
like she is barely in junior high.
I
Like,
know.
They're sexualizing children. Like that's.
I don't know. See, it's like right on that borderline gray area, Breakman, and I always feel
Like,
weird.
I know, like I feel weird about it, but then again, it's like, yeah, they're a completely different culture, and like they don't really. I mean,
I don't know what to say.
it
about
doesn't
it, to be
like
honest.
I don't want to. I don't want to see that. I don't like. It's pretty disturbing, you know.
You know what I do want to say though is Breakman. This comes to us live from RPGsite.com. Arc of Alchemist releases in the West in summer 2019. Another Idea Factory property here. Summer 2019 for the PS4. Arc of Alchemist. Game has not been released in Japan. I'm gonna play the trailer.
And that's why the release is like somewhere time in the summer, because it's not even out yet.
Yeah. It's described as a tactical action RPG. So, like what? Like a Valkyrie profile or something?
No, I think it's kind of more like Valkyria Chronicles.
Oh, that's what I meant. Valkyria Chronicles. That's what I meant. So, yeah, there you go. And then
The
there's...
streams look pretty. I'm interested about the gameplay.
Yeah, no, it
I'd
looks
like to see the
okay.
video.
It looks okay. I got the video going on.
Yeah, I don't want to like say like they're like, oh my god, they're so gorgeous. I mean, they're just it looks good.
Yeah,
so.
no, it looks okay. Like
Yeah,
you know, I've come to the conclusion that a game doesn't have to look like triple A, as Sterling would say, in order to get enjoyment out of it. You know, like
What about triple hey?
Yeah, triple hey. So there you go. It looks okay. I'd be curious to watch. I don't know, somebody play this. Maybe Dungeon Buster, because you don't have a PS4, Breakman.
Yes.
How dare you? All right, Eric. Next story, please.
So Dragon Star Varnier launches west in spring 2019. Idea Factory International, along with other announcements during their press event, revealed they'll be coming to Europe in spring in 2019 for the PS4, and released in Japan as Varnier of the Dragon Star in October. The game will be sold both physically and digitally, and offer both English and Japanese voiceovers. And this is the next game from the studio within Idea Factory called Galapagos Project.
Oh yeah.
And so it's probably got a lot of similarities to Fairy Fencer F, even though it's using a different art style.
Yeah. Slow Cool and Bridget joined chat, so welcome on in, guy and gal. All right, anything else on that, Eric?
Other than bullet points, I don't care to read.
Yeah, there's not much to that. We don't know a lot about this game.
That's PR fluff that we'd be doing free advertising for.
Yeah, no.
I'd rather get paid to do advertising.
Exactly. All right, Breakman, next story.
No, I don't care about advertising. Yeah, coming to us live from RPG site, Def and Request. I don't know how to
Yeah.
Request. Launched this February 19th in North America and February 22nd in Europe. And during tonight's... Yeah, I'm going to skip ahead. Idea Factory has also released a System Part 1 trailer for the game and some screenshots detailing several elements of the game's battle system, the track system, field bugs, glitch mode, and the knockback system. And the second trailer will be released in the future. Obviously, Jesus.
Yeah. I'm looking at the trailer right now, guys, because I didn't get a chance to look at this one. I looked at the other trailers, but it looks okay. I mean, it looks like a good turn-based thing. I don't know what they say it was, like a tactical. It doesn't look tactical really to me. Oh yeah, it does. Never mind. There's a whole little section for tactics, so you can change views. That's what was kind of throwing me off there, but. Looks pretty nice, but again, we've got the...
Looks like it's using a similar engine than Neptunia games.
Yeah, we've got, over-sexualized teens, it looks like, in the game. Like, I don't know, I wish we could get away from that every once in a while, you know, and make voluptuous, good-looking older women, you know.
Yeah, I don't know why Japan doesn't like to sexualize adults like Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Like normal cultures.
In the world of anime, age is just a number, so like technically they are adults.
Yeah. Let's see. Is it Break? Just
because they're voiced by adults does not count.
Yeah, exactly. Break. Is it your turn next?
It doesn't matter. Coming to us live from RPG site, Final Fantasy 15 director Hajime Tabata has left Squeenix.
Yeah, this is strange. This
isn't the only part of the story either.
Yeah.
During their much-hyped Final Fantasy 15 broadcast, as currently airing, probably not because this was on the 8th, Squeenix announced that Final Fantasy 15, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy 7, and Fantasy Type O director Hajime Tabata has departed from Squeenix and Luminous Productions. Ooh, I like the name of that. Luminous Productions. Yeah. And there's a whole goodbye letter. Did you want me to read the goodbye letter?
I don't think you should read the goodbye letter, but I did want to talk about this. This is really strange. There was some Final Fantasy 15 DLC that he was working on that was supposed to come out, and now that is just not happening. So,
well, one of them is, but the other three aren't.
That's what I'm saying.
Which effectively removes Season Pass 2.
Yes, which is strange. Like
so wait, people paid for content they're not going to get?
No, they're probably going to set up a season pass, and now that's not happening. So it's just the last piece of DLC that I don't know, which I think is not a part of Season 1 pass.
I think they should just add it. because I think the fans were expecting a whole slew of DLC. So in order to,
it probably will be, but there's been no word on that yet.
Yeah, but there is one more episode coming out for DLC for 15. I have 15.
Kind of sucks because now we aren't getting the super happy ending for Final Fantasy 15. It'll remain forever incomplete.
Yeah, well, maybe not forever. Maybe somebody will pick it up at it, or maybe they'll come out with a.
Or maybe Luminous will do it without him. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. Or I'm guessing is they'll wait for the PS5 and then they'll do a whole. Deal. Dungeons in chat, welcome aboard, Dungeon.
They'll do the Super Ultra Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many editions of 15. We're looking forward to supporting.
I might pick up the Royal Edition for $20 and sell my old copy.
Yeah, the
sell it for $10 and at least I get half off.
Yeah, there you go. Dungeon says we're looking forward to supporting Final Fantasy 15. We're killing everything but one DLC for Final Fantasy 15. Square Enix also clocked in about 33 million in losses for the last quarter. So that might have had some. Yeah, I did notice that, and a lot of that was probably due to a series of games like Tomb Raider. 15 didn't do quite as well as Hitman was another one. I don't know why.
Deus Ex, I think it did well enough. I think they all did well enough, but I think they might have put too much money into these projects for too long to make it worthwhile for them.
Well, that and Break and I have talked about this with Square for a long time. Their expectations are way too high. Like
Square, why do you always have to make AAA style games? Why does your weird experimental shit always have to be like a side game in the Final Fantasy series?
Just look at the prices of their games on the mobile devices.
Oh yeah, the most recent shitty game that Square has put out is The Quiet Man.
Oh god!
It's I wonder how much they put money into that.
Yeah. What were you saying, Break?
I was just saying, look at the prices of their mobile phone games and stuff. They have unreasonable expectations as a company.
They do. They have unreasonable expectations, and they overcharge for things that are super, super old. Like, what I wouldn't do...
That's what I'm saying. They think they're going... They expect to be able to sell a game that's... Final Fantasy VII is... what, 25 years old now or something?
And they're going to sell it to you on the Switch for 15 or 16 bucks.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous. Yeah. Like if I was Square, I'd be doing games like on their on the cheap. Like for instance, what I wouldn't do to get Final Fantasy IX for $6, or $5. I would totally do that. You know how many
Square could probably be better served by halving the cost of those games right now, and then and then making up for that price loss by all the additional sales they'll earn, because people will be more apt to buy it.
There's no question about that, Eric. I buy it.
It can't cost them that much to port these games because they're just ports.
Yeah. It's so weird.
It can't. Unless they're doing mismanaging money or shit, there's no way.
Yeah.
Speaking of ports, PS Classics is garbage looking.
Yeah.
So the GUI is bare bones, and almost more than half the games incorporate DualShock Play, which means they're probably going to be rendered unplayable. I don't know how you're even going to play Metal Gear Solid because the game requires DualShock controls.
Yeah.
And they just announced you're getting one save state per game.
Yeah.
That's worse than virtual. No, that's just as bad as the Wii Virtual Console and the 3DS Virtual Console, where you have restore points and but you can only have one. But I think the NES and SNES Classic and the games on the Switch Online service all have more than one save state now.
You make a good point. I think it was you, Breakman, that said, why don't they drop the price? No, maybe it was you, Eric, but they drop the price of their games in half. I go to I almost now buy games exclusively digital just because I don't have the space for physical copies. And when I go, this is the first thing that I do when I go to the PlayStation store or the Xbox store. change it to just games because I don't want any extra peripheral bullshit, and I go from price from lowest to highest. And when I go through there, the first games I'm looking at are like $2, $3, and then you get down to the nitty gritty, and then you find these like once AAA titles that are current gen PS4 games that are like $15, right? Which is pretty good price. And then you keep looking, and there's like games like. I'm just using that as an example, but it's not there. But like Final Fantasy VII will be $15, and it's like that game. There's nothing new added to it. It's it's an old ass PS1 game, and you want to charge me $15 when I can get a fucking former AAA title current gen for the same price? It just doesn't make any sense.
And Dungeon Buster and Chat brought up Chrono Trigger. Like, how many times have we like ridiculed the port of Chrono Trigger, a game that came out on the Super fucking Nintendo, for fuck's sake?
Yes.
Like, how could you fuck up that port?
Here's a challenge for Square. How about Final Fantasy 16 be a sprite-based game?
They're never gonna do it, dude. They'll never do that.
Do it, you motherfuckers.
No, they're not gonna do it, man. I like Final Fantasy 15.
It's like they got.
How about, for all intents and purposes, make it 16, but just get rid of the number and give it a subtitle?
They won't do that either, dude. I mean, Square Enix, I think, is starting to show signs of
Traveler success should give them some reason to do that.
I think they are now on the slippery slope of decline, and I think companies like Atlas might take their place, or somebody like that's going to be the next.
I mean, Square doesn't fumble like Capcom does, but like their head's overinflated.
Yeah.
Do they outsource the ports, or do they do them in home?
That's a good question.
I think Chrono Trigger might have been outsourced.
Yeah, it shows. Dungeon says it's like this AAA company with talent, but prone to doing incredibly dumb shit so often. Yeah.
I think what it is they try and do the cheapest thing possible every single time.
Yes, absolutely.
Whether I mean, most companies do, but they leverage cost versus other factors that I'm forgetting because I'm drinking. But they leverage all that stuff, and Squenix is just terrible at doing that.
Yeah, I wish they gave sales figures for how Octopath and New Tomb Raider did, but their report was pretty dry, and they just said they did okay. I know Tomb Raider sold quite a bit, but not near what they wanted. And same thing with the Octopath, man.
Seriously, they overestimated Tomb Raider again.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, Dragon Quest XI, it's in the West, it's only done about 700,000.
Yeah,
which is good for a game that is mostly niche and
yeah. I don't think any Dragon Quest has ever broke a million in America, have they?
Maybe 9. Yeah, 9 did.
Oh, 9.
Yeah,
okay.
8 and 9, because 8 was the greatest game of all time, and of course people were going to buy that. But anyways, let's move on.
But like we said, Square's expectations are so high. It's like they're like, a million. We could have won. We went into like 4.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next story from RPGsite.net. NIS America to release physical PS Vita versions of The Lost Child, Penny Punching Princess, and The Longest 5 Minutes on March 19, 2019. So that's kind of odd, getting some PS Vita love here.
Vita means life.
Yeah, Vita does mean life, man. So are these going to pretty much be the final ones, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
More like afterlife.
Yeah.
The Vita's like undead at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
It's they must have filled their orders in before like this game launched, but like they couldn't get it out in time.
Yeah. All right, Eric, next story, please.
But next story is this War of Mine is coming to Switch November 27th. The complete edition.
Yeah.
Deep Silver will hand it publishing duties for the game, and for this version of the game, anyways. But includes the Little Ones DLC, Father's Promise DLC, and all the other expansions that have been released.
Yeah.
As well as include all future DLC for free.
Yeah. I
I didn't know
played.
this game was still being supported by this point.
I think this was a PlayStation Plus title, and I did get a chance to play this game. Maybe it was a demo that I played, but I didn't like it that much. It was like a survival. I mean, it was kind of a gritty, like a post-apocalyptic survival game.
It was kind of like an RTS to tower defense type game.
Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna say it was bad. It was okay. It was just not
Not
my
your
thing.
cup of tea.
Not my cup of tea. There you go. Dungeon said it was a nice game. Cool to see it's coming to the Switch. I think the appeal, obviously, the Switch is the.
Speaking of which,
portability.
you should try out Valiant Hearts. That's a good game.
Has it got a demo? Because I don't have money for.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I might, but I still don't have not one Switch game. I have a Switch, but I don't have any Switch games, so it's kind of weird. All right, let's see, Breakman, next story.
Coming
We
to
should,
us live from our
get
site.
Smash so I could fight you in Smash.
Oh Jesus Christ! You
Oh,
want to kick my
I
ass
just
in
heard
Smash?
that my character's overpowered. I gotta get it now.
Now they're gonna nerf him as soon as possible.
Oh
Son
yeah,
of a bitch. No, then see, that's why I need to get him immediately. Then.
yeah,
You need to get yourself a Switch.
yeah. You need to get a Switch.
Well,
first.
obviously, yeah.
Yeah. All
Which
right.
is weird
need to
because
get it immediately.
Pikachu wasn't that great in the other games.
Yeah.
Dude, Pikachu is my character. I own a Pikachu. I mean,
Not
unless-
Pikachu, it's Pichu.
Well, whatever.
We're talking
No,
about Pichu.
Pikachu's is being overpowered, not Pichu.
Yeah, I thought that's what they were talking about in that tweet, though. Pichu
Oh.
being overpowered.
Oh well, that's what they're assuming because Pikachu's being overpowered.
Is there a Princess Pichu? Anyways, go ahead, Breakman.
You son of a. Going to his live from RPG site. Nelky and the Legendary Alchemist get delayed in Japan to January 31st, 2019.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. I mean, that's it. That's the story.
Yep. There you go. All right, Eric. Next story.
Next story is that, what we mentioned earlier, Dragon Quest XI shipments and digital sales exceed 4 million worldwide. Please note that at least 3 million of that is in Japan sales alone.
Yeah.
So,
And just a side note, RPG site in this article said they gave it a 10 out of 10. I didn't read their review.
76 million units shipped across the entire world.
Yeah. Wow. And to Square Enix, that's disappointing. So, I mean,
I don't know if it's disappointing, but it's more like they're personally disappointed.
I don't understand, man. Like, if you're
It's like our
making-
shareholders probably wanted more.
Yeah. If you're making a huge profit off of a game, how is that disappointing, man? I mean, they obviously made.
Because they're not getting all the profit.
Oh, brother. I mean, come on, man. I mean, seriously.
That's the game industry this day.
Yeah.
So, like, I almost want the game industry to burn.
Yeah, I know, man, but not really because.
Thunderheads in this, like.
Yeah. All right. Next story comes to us from RPG site as well.
And again, maybe capitalism's the problem.
It is capitalism.
We should stop buying games because we're enabling capitalism.
No, but I like games, so that's the one piece of capitalism I can accept, man. All right, Path of Exile set to release on PlayStation 4 this. I bought Path of Exile for super cheap, and I haven't played it yet on the Xbox, I believe.
I thought it was free. You don't really buy it.
No, you do. You there's a version that you buy that gives you, like, I think some DLC and some other shit. But anyways, Grinding Gear Games has announced that the popular free-to-play Diablo-like Path of Exile released for the PS4 in December. Large version 3.5 update for the game is also playing. No, you know what? You're probably right. I think I might have got it. That's probably why I got it, because it was free. December 7th. So not a lot of details, but originally released for the PC in 2013 with an Xbox One version released in August 2017. Was this that crowdfunded one?
No.
Okay, that's
You're thinking of Pillars of Eternity.
Pillars of Eternity. That's the one I'm thinking of. That's a great game, by the way. I played a little bit of that. So there you go. Yeah, you PlayStation 4 players who have been aching to play Path of Exile, you soon will be able to. So there you go. All right, Breakman, you have the honors of the last story.
Coming to us live from RPG site, Alchemist Cutie heads to Nintendo Switch and PC in 2019.
Alchemic, not
Yeah,
Alchemist.
Alchemic? Oh, shit. I just skimmed through it. I didn't even really read it. Sorry. Alchemic Cutie. My bad.
Yeah.
Circle Entertainment announced today that... Why is their name in all capitals?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's an anagram.
Yeah.
Well, Circle Entertainment.
I mean, acronym, sorry.
Here's a little bit more about the game, care of Circle Entertainment. Each jelly has uniquely generated stats and traits. Oh shit, I guess I skipped it. It does tell a little bit in the story in the first paragraph. This relaxing adventure RPG is set on a colorful Wimba Island where you will be able to tame wild jellies, meet villagers, enter jelly competitions, and uncover the secret of the island.
Yeah, it looks really cute. I played the trailer and I'm down. It looks like one of those RPGs.
Kind of sounds like a 2D slime rancher.
Yeah.
Each jelly has uniquely generated stats and traits, while there are over 4,000 visual styles. You can tame, breed, and raise the perfect jelly companions, competing in heated jelly competition for the top prize. And to really boost your jelly's abilities, use alchemy to create special items with powerful effects or morph items into something rare, all the while exploring, competing. Completing quests and mingling with the island's goofy, fun, and quirky inhabitants to form lasting friendships and rivalries.
You know what?
Now I want some toast.
Yeah, you know what the rarest jelly is in this game? The KY. I'm done.
I should beat you.
Yeah, I'm done. All right, that's the end.
I was thinking about like some strawberry jelly on my toast, and you have to go and ruin it with your filthy potty mouth.
Yeah, I'm the only one that has the potty brain here for sure.
If we raise the metal jelly, does it like get really hard skin and it's hard to hurt?
He said hard. Yes, it does. It becomes impervious to pain. So
yeah, and I have to wonder why they called them jellies instead of slimes, because is this like slime trademark somewhere? Yeah. Or it's just slime's overdone.
Yeah, Dunn says
because there's so many more jokes for jellies.
Oh man, I mean you can go on and on. I mean, the strawberry kind.
Jelly bellies.
Yeah, exactly.
Strawberry jelly's the best.
Dungeon says it might be. Oh god, I hate strawberry. The flavor.
I like strawberry preserves.
It might be like an intro pack or something like that with extras. If
How about blueberry jelly, Frank?
That wouldn't be bad. I like blueberry.
I like blueberry too. Yeah.
No wait, it was Wifix that hated blueberry. That's right.
That's a name that shall not be mentioned on this show anymore. Let's see.
That person I was referring to.
Oh God, yes. Might be like an intro pack or something like that with extra if you bought something. Yeah, that's true. Probably. He's talking about Path of Exiles. It was put together by former Blizzard devs. It's why it feels so much like Diablo. As an MMO, Break is performing alchemy with words. Perfect jelly buddies, he says.
Hey Frank, raisin jelly.
Yeah. Hey, are you guys jelly? That anyways. Perfect jelly buddies, everybody. Everyone is jelly. Wow, we got so many puns today, man, for sure. All right, it's time to move on to...
I don't think so. Homie, don't play that.
Homie discounts.
Yeah, I had a discount.
Yeah, homie discounts. Go ahead, Derek.
That's what we're on.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was the video clip or something else.
Nope.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
We got an adult game bundle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's got 13 days, 14 hours, 23 minutes, and counting 29 seconds and down days left.
So, yeah, wow.
So what you get for it was on sale for like $9, but like that time limit ended, and now you have to pay $10 for this stuff.
Well, still,
but you get School Idol QT Cool, which is probably the most substantial VN on here, and then Bussy Made Cream Pie Heaven.
Oh Jesus!
Nakadashi Banzai 4. There's no 2 or 3. I wonder what happened to them. But I guess Manga Gamer never localized them. But Neighbor Watching and Lust of the Apartment Wives, Detective Masochist,
yeah.
The Case of the Fandom Torture.
What the hell are we talking? What's going on?
It's a
Detective Masochist, The Case of the Tortured Servant.
Yeah, exactly.
What the shit is going on here? What
I
happened?
think $10 isn't.
What did I miss?
Yeah, 10 bucks is not too much to pay for all that stuff. That's what, 10 games for. So like you're paying $1 a game, not bad. Also, I got some deals on the PlayStation Store. I saw Blood Omen Legacy of Kain was only $1.19 if you still have your PS3, so that's a good price. Same thing with
And by the way, this is on Indie Gala, and it's called the You Plus Me Seduction Bundle.
Hey, there you go. You plus me seduction bundle. Ooh, that sounds kinky. The council. There's a deal on the council the entire season for $15, which I believe is 50% off.
I heard the council
unless
like
it's
a
the council
decent.
of wealth, I don't care.
Yeah.
I heard the council is a decent alternative to the crap shovels that had been shoveling by Telltale, which is a company nobody should support, by the way.
Yeah, Telltale's. Oh God, yeah. Let's see. There's some other stuff here. There was one other thing that I wanted to point out on the PlayStation. There's a game called Garagoa. I kind of looked at the trailer. It didn't look super interesting to me, but it's $8.99. That's like $6 off. Here's one. Murdered Soul Suspect is like $1, like $2. And I think it's worth $2. I played a little bit of Murdered
It
Soul
definitely
Suspect.
wasn't worth the price that Square was asking for it when they launched it.
Well, I think it was a full price game, wasn't it, Eric? Like $60, but
Yeah, but I think it dropped quickly.
yeah,
But
it's like $2, and it's definitely worth $2. I say check it out. And that's about it for the PlayStation. As far as the Xbox goes,
I think that was originally a PS3 game, then they ported it to the PS4.
yeah. On the Xbox,
And the Xbox One.
hold on the Xbox, there's a BioWare sale going on. You can get most of the Dragon Age games. Dragon Age Origins was $6.59, which is a decent price.
You resisted the urge to buy 2 again, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I was just about ready to say one of the worst games of all time, Dragon Age 2.
No, why do you keep buying it though?
Hell no.
Here's a homie discount that I just found.
I got
Dark Souls Remastered on the PS4 and Xbox One and Switch is under $30 at Walmart.
under 30 at Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not that great. Dragon Age.
Well, it just came out, but like it's like $10. It's like $12 less.
All right, let me finish with the other homie discounts I got, Eric. Yeah, Dragon Age 2, one of the worst games of all time, is not worth $10, but if you want to waste your money, there you go. Mass Effect, the first one is $4.99, which I think is a really good price. Mass Effect 2 is $7.99. That might be a little high, although that's a great game. 3 is also $7.99. Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition is like $16, which I believe if you have Plus or Gold, you can get it for like $10. So there you go. Andromeda is down to $12. And as far as Nintendo goes, there are you can buy any 2 Labo kits for $99, which is significantly less than what they charge. And there was one other game here. I can't remember what it was, but there's some Nintendo deals for sure. So Nintendo always has the least amount of deals. I'm always very, very disappointed in their sales.
Yeah, like I was hoping this year there would be like a
It's like
cheaper
the only time
Switch.
Nintendo does sales is for their digital stuff, and their digital sales are usually not that great.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any. Like I've been checking the Black Friday ads, and I should have been more prepared. But I haven't seen any good.
If you want a good
Switch
Nintendo
deals.
sale, you're gonna have to wait till the player selectors,
Yeah,
whatever
Switch
they're called,
is-
that comes out, which is usually 5 years after a game launches.
Yeah, Switch is not.
Which is almost at the end of the life of the console that's out.
The Switch games, they got to do something better about getting discounts on their games, because I don't have a game right now because those games are so expensive, and I can for $60 I can buy, like I'm looking right here. There's a Battlefield triple pack on the PlayStation 4 where you get like Battlefield
Hey
1,
Frank, I got an idea.
Battlefield Revolution, and another, I think it's Hardline, for $25, and that's a lot of quality content right there for $25. Watch Dogs 1 and 2 gold editions, both together for $35. I think that's pretty decent. The Assassin's Creed triple pack for $35. That's a great price. Oh, and you get Unity. So there you go. That's a good little deal.
I got an idea for you.
What's that, man?
Have you ever considered looking at your library for a place to rent games?
I have, and I there's never there really is never anything worth renting. I could put in if I did that, I'd have to wait forever for a game, and I've got plenty.
You have to put in requests all the time.
Yeah, and I've got plenty of games to.
I don't know. Maybe you could work with the neighborhood, and maybe they could all petition them, and then maybe they make it more regular thing.
Yeah, maybe. Dungeon says,
or if you were a librarian already, then maybe you could convince the librarians to make suggestions as to what to get.
Yeah, but they don't. I mean, it's just they get what they get, and they don't throw a fit, I guess. But Far Cry 4, Far Cry Primal bundle for $21. That sounds pretty good to me. So see, there's plenty of things you can get on the other systems, the Xbox and the PlayStation, that you just can't get on the Switch that are cheaper.
Dragon Age 2 IKEA Dungeons and Mansions.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's exactly right, Dungeon. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. But so yeah, there's your homie discounts for this week. Let's move on to, if we have anything,
Twitter comments.
Anything that we have on Twitter?
And the only thing on Twitter is that conversation you had with somebody, and that you were asking them to be on the show. So no.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to get Rob Workman on the show. He's an insider, journalist type dude that knows a lot about the industry as a whole. So we'll work on.
He knows things that I don't, like how to actually get Capcom to give him stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe you can get some pointers, Eric.
So you're saying he has dirt on Capcom?
Yeah, pretty much, man.
I wonder if he has some dirt on Squinix.
Maybe he has like somebody that he's holding for ransom, and that's why he gets the games. All right, let's move on.
Inquiring minds want to know.
What have you guys been playing? Let's start with you, Breakman.
Let me see. I have been playing South Park.
Yes, South Park. The mobile game?
No. I've been playing the Fractured Butthole DLC. I've been playing the Dusk Till Casa Bonita DLC.
Oh, nice.
So I have been doing something different this week.
Yeah, there you go. That's cool. How's that going for you? More South Park goodness?
Yes, very much so.
Awesome. All right, anything else?
I'm quite enjoying it. There are only 3 DLC packs, which is kind of sad. 2 of them are story packs, and like I said, I'm doing the Casa Bonita, but the other pack is only just fights.
Yeah. Hey,
you can get different loot and stuff like that through different harder fights, but oh well.
Yeah.
I guess that's all the DLC we were gonna get.
Yeah. If you ever make it to Denver, dude, we're gonna go to Casa Bonita, dude, and you can see. I mean, the food's not the greatest there, but it's so funny to watch South Park. They pretty much capture Casa Bonita like perfectly in that show. So pretty fun. All right, what else? Break.
Not much. Just beating those stupid damn kids.
Yeah. All right.
What weirdos? I'm sorry. Oh, what?
You mean they're pretending to be vampires?
Yeah, they drink Clamato juice and they wear fake teeth.
Clamato. That's awesome.
What the hell is Clamato?
Oh God, it's so good. It's
cranberry and tomato.
No, it's like a tomato-based juice with a little bit of clam, but it goes really good with beer. I don't know. I love it. I really like it, especially with beer. But anyways, continue on, Breakman. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, Eric, you're on.
Oh, actually, and I take that back. I was also playing the Star Wars Battlefront 2 a little bit.
Oh, God.
And they've been adding the Clone Wars DLC.
Oh, cool.
I love that they're adding free stuff, and they've added General Grievous as the newest playable character.
Yeah, there you go. That's
the only problem is that everybody goes to select him immediately, so it's like a fight to get Grievous.
Yeah.
So they've only got use them like twice at this point.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on Battlefront 2 with Han Solo on that planet, man. When you first get Han Solo, I cannot, for the life of me, beat the fucking stormtrooper. You know, it's weird. In the movies, you see the stormtroopers in there. They kind of suck. They can never hit their target, etc., etc. But in the fucking games, they're like fucking war masters, man. Like they'd be.
I know. Fuck, they are.
Yeah,
you're right
it's
about
like
that.
Jesus Christ.
Have you lowered the skill level on it?
I don't want to do that. Like I want to legitimately beat this fucking game on at least normal level. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to do, man. But I'm thinking about it.
Like everybody's, for some reason, and there's certain spots in games where people struggle. Different spots for different people. You know what I mean? I didn't really struggle on him, but I struggled a bit on Lando's level.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to figure out how to broadcast on the PS4, and so that way it uploads directly to the YouTube channel, and then maybe you guys can give me some pointers on what the fuck I'm doing wrong, because like I've tried every corner to hide. Like sometimes the fucking stormtroopers will sneak up on the side, so I figured, okay, what I'll do is I'll fucking kill all the stormtroopers on the left and then go over there, and then but it just doesn't fucking work, man. Like I get hit clear across the fucking map, like by the stupidest of fucking stormtroopers. Like it's stupid. I don't understand it, but I must be just doing something wrong.
Star Wars Souls.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Jesus Christ.
They're like the two archers that are in Orlando. It was like some random Joe who normally wouldn't be a pushover is suddenly a pushover.
How are you at using cover for him? Like I knew with the non-force wielding characters, like I had to use like buildings and boxes and stuff like that to hide behind a bit.
That's what I'm doing. I'm trying
for protection.
Yeah, see, that's what happens. There's like boxes and shit, and I crouch down behind those boxes, thinking I'm slick. But man, like there's no cover. Like there's no place.
No, I don't like get crouched behind them. I use them as cover, but I don't stop. I always stay immobile.
Okay, so maybe
that's the thing. Like I never. But that's how I play with shooters. Like I can't really like stand still unless I have to snipe.
Okay.
Because you get killed if you stand still.
So you just have to like keep moving, I guess, is what you're saying, Break.
Yeah. But use things as cover as you're battling.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to you, Eric. What have you been playing?
I finished Dark Souls Remastered. I basically pyromanced Gwen to death.
Nice.
Which, like, I made the joke earlier, but like apparently this is a strategy that works, because even though you're a Lord of Cinder, you're not immune to fire.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I'm on New Game Plus now, and I mean I'm not playing it as much as I am with Dark Souls 2, which I started up. Mm-hmm. I'm playing a mage in that one because I hear that mages were kind of broken in Dark Souls 3 because they went back to the Demon Soul system of using MP, which really makes it harder to be a mage because you have less uses of your magic because you have to share it across the board.
Oh, that's what I need to make that game a little bit harder. Jesus Christ. I have Dark Souls 2, and I love those games, but holy fuck do I pull my hair out.
So I figured I'd go back to a melee strength-based character because I did a melee dex-based character and building strength as a secondary. Mm-hmm. Although I'm tempted to just build up my magic at this point. Yeah. Just to test out how magic works in Dark Souls. Yeah. Aside from pyromancy, but I got back to the point where I'm probably ready to tackle the DLC. I just need to get through Honor Orlando. I'm debating whether or not I should even bother fighting Orstein last to get his soul to make this spear.
All right, what else have you been playing, man?
Because I heard that most of the boss soul weapons kind of suck. Like there's only one real good one I found so far, other than the Cursed Sword of Artorias.
Yeah. All right, man.
But I played more Jake Hunter, Ghost of the Dusk. Played the Valkyria Chronicles on the Switch, along with Valkyria Chronicles 4 on the Xbox One and Switch, because I bought the Switch version for $40. And from what I can tell, it plays very similarly to the Xbox One and looks like it has a similar graphics profile, which might speak more to the strength of the art direction of the game and the
Yeah.
optimization of the Switch version.
Yeah.
But because like without having Xbox One at X and 4K TV, I can't tell the differences.
Okay.
And I think the frame rate's still the same.
All right. What else have you been playing?
But maybe the PC version fares the best out of all those because you could probably tweak it to run at 60. I don't know if it's running at 60 already though, but it's not a game that really needs it though. But Rogue Legacy, which I played like probably 2 weeks ago, and then Full Metal Furies. I forgot to mention Rogue Legacy, and I kind of like its concept. I really hate its execution. It's mean-spirited, if you ask me, because like you have to give up all your money to get back into the castle, and I mean, so it's kind of hard to save up money to buy upgrades so you have a better time at going through the castle again. But like, I think once you beat a boss, they're permanently dead. And the idea is to beat all 4 bosses to get to the final area or the final boss or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you do inherit your level ups between the different heirs, because like when your character dies, you get an heir, and then you have to select from a group of heirs, which are random because like you can't just pick what class you want. You have to pick what the classes that they allow you to. It's like, here's this class, and here's this class, and here's this class. Pick one.
Yeah.
But that game is unfair because like it's completely randomly generated, the map. You can lock it in, but when you lock your map in, you only get like, you have to give up basically 40% of your all the money you earn, which makes it harder to level up at that point. But because like you can get a map that just right from the very get-go will throw either tougher enemies at you or they'll throw spikes everywhere, and your characters don't have a whole lot of HP, and until you can find a way to upgrade your defense values really high, you're gonna die a lot quickly.
Yeah. All right, Eric. What else have you been playing?
Because the combat in that game isn't all that great, honestly.
Okay.
You get a sword that goes in an arc. Your character moves oddly, and I think it's a fun-ish game, but it's also frustrating.
How do you mean oddly?
Like it's kind of like Paper Mario, where they just flip. They're basically a 2D piece of paper.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
That's odd.
Not have to. I mean, I don't know if it's like that with all characters, but it feels like that for all characters. I mean, some characters have weird like statuses where like they won't be able to see in color, and so you play the game monochrome, or like they won't be able to see 3D images, so the maps look all not rendered correctly.
All right, what else you been playing, Eric?
It's weird like that, but Full Metal Furies is the other game for Cellular Games, and that's a much better game. It's like basically a Guardian Hero style beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Where you pick a character class, and like the tank fights with the shield and can defend, or go into this Fury mode where they'll just basically rush anything, and anything that's standing in their path gets run over. And if you press the A button, I think that aggro's enemies and then like increases their defense for a brief period.
Yeah. All right. What else you been playing? Anything else, Eric?
You play as like a complete female team, so that's interesting.
Okay.
But that's all I've been playing.
All right. Real quickly, I played obviously a little bit of MPQ. Ease Origin I played, which I'll have a quick review later. I'm on the final boss, and I'll talk about it in a second. Little Nightmares, I played a little bit of that, and I had to restart it because I didn't realize that you could break these statue things and get extras, I guess. But it's a weird game. Like, there's no real direction. You don't really know what the hell's going on. I'm sure I'll get more of the story as I play.
Don't you hate that in games where you really don't know how to play the game, and you miss like something that's supposed to be like important, and
I feel like the people that don't really care for Rise of TMT is just proof of how old they are.
I have no
You're
idea.
Too much of an old man.
No idea what you're talking about, Eric. Little Nightmares is interesting though, Breakman, because like it gives you just enough. Like you wake up from this nightmare and you're this, I guess, a little girl or a little boy. It sort of looks like Georgie from It, in a yellow rain trench coat. And you're just going along with the lighter, and that's all you got really. The reason I started over is because I didn't get too far into it, and I realized that you could break like things by throwing them. So there's these little statues that you get, and I saw one of these statues early on in the game, and I just looked at it because I'm like, what do I do with it? But so I restarted that game. It's fun, and that's pretty much all I've been playing this week. There was a couple other games that I, for the life of me, can't remember what they were. But real quickly, I got a quick review of Ys Origin. I'm going to go ahead and do my review. I know there's you have to play the game basically 3 times through to get the true ending, but I'm on the final boss now. I know what the gameplay is like. It's really good. It's an action RPG, and it's not one of the most difficult games that I've played, so that's always a big plus for me.
Wow, if it's not difficult to you,
yeah,
I bet everybody else could beat it one-handed.
Oh, absolutely, man. You could.
I bet people challenge themselves to beat playing with just the
be blindfolded with one hand.
No, I was gonna say, Breakman, you could probably use your feet and beat this game. Like it's for me, it's like it's been kind of a breeze. Like nothing's really given me all that much trouble, and I am playing on normal level, not the easier level. So it's actually been pretty fun. Like there have been a couple of bosses that I've had to go through a couple of times just to get their patterns, but man, it's not that bad. It's a good little remaster. It's an old ass game, but it plays really fun. I think it's a fine game. So this is the first Ys game that I've ever played, so I can see why the hype is big and Ys.
So, super easy version.
Yeah.
The ease of Ys.
Yeah, exactly. The ease of Ys. There you go. I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. I like it quite a bit.
Easy ease.
Yeah, easy.
Do you play all 3 scenarios?
That's what I just said. I'm playing through right now Unica's...
Sorry, I was kind of paying attention to my Twitter feed.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No.
Not to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Or me.
Nobody ever pays attention.
Looking at the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it beats you paying attention to porn half the time, Breakman, so it is
yeah, Frank, now you could try playing on nightmare difficulty.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I might play that game on normal level the other 2 times through just to get the true
I want you to know, Frank, I can't look at porn and talk to you guys like that's doesn't.
I hear you.
I'd be completely thrown. I can do one or the other, but I can't do both.
So yeah, Ys Origin's really good. I like it, and I might play through it a couple of times, but I got so much other shit to get to. All right, Eric, let's do your reviews really quickly, man, so we can save a little bit of time here to get to some stuff.
Okay, love Tuning Bow and the Other Delusions Take on Me, which I'm guessing should probably do a review of the series itself first. Yeah. But I'll just get to the basic premise of the show, and then I'll go on to the movie. But it's about a boy who is a former Chunin Bio, which is like a Japanese term for like middle graders or middle schoolers disease, where basically they're at an age where their imagination's in overdrive, and they pretend like they're like fallen angels, and then they're fighting secret organizations, and they have special powers and shit. Yeah. I guess it's something kids do to make their lives more interesting because they know how dull it is.
Yeah.
But it's called a disease because it's something that carries over into their high school years, or it can anyway. But
yeah. And
he's recovered, and someone has moved into the apartment like right above his, and it's this girl named Rika, and she's a current sufferer of Chunibyo, and the show's about trying to live a normal life and destroy his dark history, and she kind of convinces him not to throw everything away, and I guess he slowly falls in love with her over the course of the series because he remembers why he liked that kind of lifestyle in the first place.
What was the name of this game again, Eric?
It's not a game, it's a show.
Oh, what's the name of the show?
I never said it was a game.
Oh, okay. What's the name of the show?
Love, Tuning, Bill, and Other Delusions.
Oh, I thought it had a subtitle called Take On Me.
Take On Me is the name of the movie.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right, go ahead, Eric.
But anyway, so the first season's about her trying to come, like, the reason she's a tuning BO is because she's using it as a coping mechanism to get over the death of her father. But that's resolved, and the second season's about advancing their actual relationship as a couple.
Yeah.
And the issues involved with that, which leads into the movie where, like, it kind of comes to a head, and her older sister wants to take her to Italy with her because she wants her to get out of the Toonie life.
Yeah. So when does that song play in the movie?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Does because it's called "Take On Me," not "Take Me On."
No, that's "Take On Me." It's
"Take On Me" is one of the lyrics, dude.
Yeah, that's the name of the song, "Take On Me." So,
yeah.
And "Take Me."
It has nothing to do with it.
Take on me.
Yeah.
See, now you made me start singing. This is your fault.
Oh, here you go. Go ahead, Breakman. Take it away.
I'm not.
Come on, man.
Mrs. Breakman already told me not to.
Okay. All right, Eric. Continue on, man.
She was told. She just told me not to run the song for her. So.
Anyways, the movies. I guess the movies, in some ways, kind of a substitute for the third season because, like, a lot of anime nowadays has like taken the route of instead of putting budget into a season, which could be disastrous because we may not ever finish the season. Let's make a more condensed story and put it in a movie or a series of movies. And that's what this is, basically. Because, like, it's about them deciding that to escape her sister from taking her away to Italy, they decide to, quote-unquote, pretend that they're eloping and then basically go on a road trip across Japan.
All right, Eric.
And of course ends with a happy ending, but it's a cute series.
Sweet.
And it's a nice romantic comedy.
Is the good happy ending?
Yeah.
Like, oh, nice, awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to this.
It kind of ends on a cliffhanger because like it ends in a position
wait, she like edges him and then
you just shut up and let me describe the things.
Eric, go ahead, man. Come on.
Anyways, I say it's kind of a cliffhanger because it's ending in the way that they could end it there if they wanted to, but I have a feeling there'll be another movie and it'll be about what they want to do in college, or maybe they'll already be in college and like she'll finally give up that lifestyle.
I'm just really happy that we're getting a happy ending with that movie, Eric. So what are you giving this movie?
I'm going to give the movie and the series a 9.
All right, there you go. Good deal. But the only disappointing thing is they didn't get the license for the song "Take On Me." All right,
and he didn't get the finish.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They got him to the edge, and then the movie went to credits.
Yep.
And so what was her lifestyle? I didn't under what.
Well,
basically they pretend that they're kind of like secret agents and stuff like that, and basically them playing around to the point where their imagination runs wild and it kind of interferes with their ability to cope with reality.
Oh my god.
All right, you have another couple of reviews. Let's get through these quickly, Eric, so we can move on to some stuff.
Nichijou, My Ordinary Life, which has nothing to do with the other Nichijou show, which is about boys, the daily lives of boys, or whatever it was called. But the title is actually sort of a reference to one character in particular, because it's about that character's desire to have an ordinary life, because they're actually a robot built by a child prodigy engineer who built her, and she basically is her caretaker because her parents don't seem to be around. Anyways,
So, how old is she? Building anatomically correct women robots?
they're like high school. She made a high school aged robot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
the show is not that kind of show because the art style is actually very simple. Most of the characters have relatively flat proportions, actually.
I actually think I have the theme music. Is this the theme music to that, Eric?
This is
The what? I'm sorry.
the first season's theme song.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I found it. Sweet. Continue.
Anyways,
on.
it is a madcap skit comedy show.
Was that like on Aha's second album or something?
Yeah, exactly. That was...
Anyways, it there's a bunch, the first season's a bunch of skits that are mostly unconnected, but when they get in the second season, they started making a narrative of sorts where they made all this disparate skits connect to each other, unless it's like a reoccurring skit called Helvetica Standard, where the art style switches and it's about the comic book within the series.
Okay. All right. So, what are you giving this this series, Eric?
I'm gonna give it also a 9.
Ooh, nice.
And you can watch it streaming on Crunchyroll. But I mentioned this. Today is actually the last day on Crunchyroll for it because Funimation owns the rights to the series, and it may or may not end up on Funimation Now, because I think Funimation Now typically doesn't put shows up that it doesn't have a dub for. But I think the show is getting dubbed, but it's not ready yet.
Ah, gotcha. So maybe
So
it'll
who
be
knows
there
if it's
soon.
going to end up on there tomorrow or not.
Yeah.
I'll come back next week to tell you guys whether or not it's happening. If it doesn't happen this weekend, then maybe we'll see a press release. Who knows?
Okay. All right, and your final review, Eric.
Liz and the Bluebird, which is a movie I saw today, which I wouldn't have known otherwise if it hadn't been mentioned in the opening credits that it was based on Sound Euphonium, which is a show that from what I could tell, is about a group of kids that use weapons that resemble instruments.
Yeah.
But so I'm guessing it's kind of within that universe, but it's based on these very specific characters that don't have abilities and stuff like that.
Okay.
But or they're just retweaking some of the characters. I don't know. But
So what? They just listen to the guys using the music weapons?
no, they aren't even involved. That's why I say it's very disconnected from that.
Oh, that's
But,
weird. Okay.
Because this is actually just a story about 2 girls in particular that
Sweet.
are in all girls high school.
One cup?
And
Is
can
there...
you let me talk instead of interjecting
No,
every 5 minutes?
No, I was just...
Hey, in his defense, it's been mostly me.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go.
But anyways, they basically they're basically their circumstances in life are at a point where it has parallels to this story about this girl named Liz who was living alone and then eventually had a roommate who ended up being a bird. It's a fairy tale, but basically the bird lived with her, and they were I guess I don't know if it's trying to be a lesbian story, but it kind of felt that way. But she eventually let the bird go because birds have to fly at some point and live on their own instead of being in a cage.
I'm all down for
But the story they take that premise of the story and make parallels in the reality with these 2 girls who grew up together in middle school, and they're very important to each other, but at the same time, this girl's really gifted at playing her instrument, the oboe. But I guess she's like they were supposed to playing in this recital that has a song based on that story in the book. The Liz and the Bluebird, but like they have problems being in sync because she's worried that if she goes to this music academy college, she'll leave him behind, and she doesn't want that. So she's kind of like in a funk.
Yeah.
And so the end of the movie, they make up, and they promise that, or the other girl promises to get good enough to like get to the school she's going to.
All right. What are you giving this this movie?
9.5.
Wow, that good, man. All three good ones this week for you, Eric. You've been anime madman. Yeah. All right, so all three recommends from Eric. So check out Love.
I had to watch it dubbed though, which kind of sucked because when I was looking at the listings online for the movie, it said 1 p.m., but the movie apparently started in this theater at 12:20.
Oh shit,
like,
that sucks.
God damn it! How did they fuck up that badly?
Yeah, that's.
And like the only other subtitled one was at 7, which meant I wouldn't be here.
Oof. Yeah. No. All right. Well, cool deal, man.
Maybe I'll buy it once it comes out and watch it subtitled.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, at a 9.5, you probably should buy it, man. Heiscapades, no Heiscapades this week, but we do have.
What is it?
Stinko of the week.
Brakeman, you are on.
I do this every year, usually twice a year. It's the time again.
What, have sex? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Brakeman, I'm sorry. That was a bad
I'm not
joke.
speaking to you anymore. I'm hurt. The truth fucking hurts, man. The truth hurts. What was I saying? Oh, Stinkers, yeah. We do it twice a year when we fall back.
Oh,
and
God.
Spring forward. And for a long time, I've said daylight savings time like that. Like I hate it so much, but it's not really. That's not true. Daylight savings time I actually like.
Mm-hmm.
Daylight savings time is the period when we spring forward.
See,
So
yeah.
when it stays lighter longer.
Yeah.
That's what I want us to do. Is I want us to stay in daylight savings time. But I want us.
If I become president, I'm gonna abolish daylight savings switching.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. So we need to stop switching our time twice a fucking year. No, not even once a year. We need to not do it ever. We need to stop. We need to stop at 1, and I think we need to spring forward with that hour so it's lighter later. You know.
I hate springing
Because
forward.
for fuck's sake, right now it's getting dark it's starting to get dark around 4:45.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
it's dark by 5:30. It shouldn't be pitch black by 5:30.
I don't mind this one because I like less daylight, but I hear you, man. Let's just stick with one or the other. You know what I mean? I
mean, we can have a national debate over which one we want, but we need to just stick with one.
Yeah, Bridget says.
You see, it's not my problem, Break. You guys are just too dirty.
No, how dare you? We're not dirty. You're the one bringing up shit.
Huh? Oh, you're talking about the. Oh, my bad. No.
Yeah, how dare
Dude,
you?
come on, don't blame me.
Yeah,
For
blame
being
yourself.
12 years
man.
old. That's not my fault.
Yeah, and I'll blame you for being racist because I saw that tweet.
Yeah, what? Racist? What are you talking about?
Somebody, oh my god, I was picking fights on Twitter, but somebody said they're, I forget what they
Being
said.
stupid doesn't exclude you from doing something that was racist.
It was not racist.
Yeah.
Not what I did, but what he said made it sound to me like he was calling me racist, or like he was saying like that. The way that it was written, I misunderstood him saying that he could do things that I couldn't do because he was black and I was white. Is how I read it, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
I didn't see that in the text.
Yeah.
But then I went and looked at his account because what he said was like, I'm African and you aren't, or something like that, basically. And I thought it was like meant he was like African American. No, he actually meant he's from Africa and lives in Africa. Like, oh.
Oh man!
No wonder you take offense.
I thought you were making a race, like making this about race or something. Like you're trying to start like some sort of stupid fight.
Yeah.
And
although I did think it was kind of demeaning of him to call you old man when he assumed how old you were.
Well, he is.
It's like, is he much older than you or something?
I mean, he's not.
I don't know. After that, I was like, oh shit.
He's not in my range or anything. But Breakman's getting up there, man. Pretty soon you're gonna catch me, Breakman. You know,
man.
Keep it
40.
up.
We saw calling Breakman an elder god now.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going with? Breaking Man. He's starting to rusting man. I'm rusting.
Rust man. Yeah, there you go. All right. So what?
I was starting fights on Twitter. Basically, anybody who was saying that the video of the Acosta video was the president as the doctored video that the White House released.
I only got confused about the whole maybe lesbian plot thing because like there is some of that in Sound Euphonium, but Sound Euphonium's actually comparatively like very dirty compared to this movie.
Dungeon says great old one, man.
But I only mention that because like the animation studio is Kyoto Animation, and they've been known for doing those kinds of stories.
All right, Break. Continue on, man.
So I've been provoking people on Twitter because I'm sick of the people supporting Trump and stuff. Like I didn't know he was from Africa. Why is he supporting Trump?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why does anybody support Trump? To be honest with you, man, it's weird. You were talking about the Acosta video. That doctored video is really bad, man. Like the fact that Sarah Sanders pushed out that nonsense. I mean, he's doing his job. He did not hit that intern like they're saying. It's terrible.
And people are like, he needs to. How do you know that person is really from Africa? Well, I looked at after he said
name.
that. I went and I looked at his Twitter account and it was like all
African.
Like, said he was from Africa and it was all a lot of like talking about Africa and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh.
You know how he knew he was African, Dungeon? He was wearing a Coming to America shirt. So that's how you knew. All right, Breakman. So anything else on that, or?
But that whole video, like, that is absolutely ridiculous. Like,
yes.
People are saying he needs to show respect and have decor and stuff like that.
No.
To a man who shows no respect to anybody.
And decor.
Except Putin. And the only people he's shown real respect to are Putin and Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. I mean, he's like so upfront and nice to them and like kissing their butts.
Yeah.
But when he goes to Canada and Britain, he's been all stuck up and asshole-ish.
I totally...
to our friends and allies.
Yeah.
But anyway, so a reporter's trying to ask him a tough question.
Yes.
Which is their job,
yes.
And he just didn't want to answer it. He wanted to respond with lies and bullshit. And then them releasing the doctor video after she grabbed him numerous times trying to take that microphone away from him.
Yeah, here's the thing.
And somebody pointed out during the video, like every time she goes to grab it, she looked back up at Trump.
Yep.
People are so brainwashed by him.
Yeah.
To do his bidding.
Here's the thing.
Like, is this what I need to do, sir? Okay. It didn't work. Could I keep doing it, sir? Okay. Yeah. Sir? Okay.
I like how he went away from the podium at one point, so Acosta really got under his skin, man. That was kind of classic. And the other thing I liked is...
There's something I was thinking about that kind of really upsets me a little bit. Like, I understand why some people can say fake news about this. It's because why were people holding like Obama to his standards?
Yeah.
Yeah. That, like, you and me have criticized him a lot for the lies and shit that he did.
Yeah.
But the media praised him left and right.
Yeah, well,
and now they attack the Republicans. So I can see some people's argument of fake news.
I see that, but here's the thing, Breakman.
Which I don't agree with. I'm just saying.
Right. Here's the thing.
thing.
There have been many. Actually, it's not entirely true, Breakman. I've seen lots of press conferences with Obama where people on the right, especially, but there's been people on the
those
left
have, but
have had contentious press conferences, right, with Obama, and the same thing could be said for Clinton and George W.
Well, Clinton's a different matter. Like all his press conferences got really heated at some points. But that's again from the right and such. Like, but the party, each party defends them, and the majority of the mass media leans left. Yeah. So when they don't criticize somebody on the left for doing bad things, it looks bad to the people on the right and vice versa.
But here's the thing.
One of the reasons I don't agree with either party is because I see this shit. Yeah. I see both parties doing the same thing. Yeah. Like, it was just, oh, man. Yeah. Like, with Trump, just look how bad, like, Fox News, sucks on his balls and shit, you know? and the people and the Republicans and the Congress, both branches.
Here's the thing,
just
and
for the most part, like I'd say 98% of them just leaned over and started rubbing his asshole for him.
Yeah, here's
like, did we get? Oh, is this the right spot, sir?
Yeah, exactly. I agree with everything that you said, Breakman. But let me. There's something.
Right. No, I'm not disagreeing with that. And Dungeon Buster says. There are a lot of examples of past presidents being asked tough questions that they didn't revoke anyone's credentials. I'm not arguing about any of that. They usually just issue some kind of denial or funny response. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, the media plays partisan politics too.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay. In
a large part.
Here's the thing. I don't believe that CNN and MSNBC and a lot of the what you would consider left-leaning organizations are left-leaning. They always try to present things like down the middle.
MSNBC is very left-leaning. Come on, man.
Well, no.
They're the left's version of Fox.
No,
they are.
No,
enough
absolutely not. I disagree with that.
Well, what's CNN then?
Hold on. Here's the thing. Like, I don't see any liberals on Fox News, right? The closest that we get is Shep Smith.
Or they'll get like a caricature of a liberal on there just to make liberals look bad.
Yeah,
which is the same thing they do on MSNBC.
No, that's not true, man. Like on MSNBC,
I've watched a lot of MSNBC. I'm telling you.
No, I have too. Probably, maybe a little bit more than
maybe that's just proof of how you see that's what liberals show up on there.
Here's the thing.
I'm starting to think that somebody's buying into the hype.
No, absolutely not.
Frank, you are starting to sound.
I haven't even said anything. Let me finish what I'm saying, and then
let him talk.
You said I don't think they're leaning left.
No,
yes, they are.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten into why.
Here's the thing. Okay, let me finish this. All right, now since Trump is being Trump, it has been heading that way, but it's not progressive. It's corporate Democrat leaning left. Right, and they have plenty of people. They even had this on CNN, this jackass that's now the acting attorney general. You know what I mean? And these guys are far right fucking morons. Another guy is this Senator King from Iowa. They've had him. MSNBC has had him.
Yeah, these are extremists. That's what I'm saying. MSNBC doesn't have that normal Republicans on there either. They have the extremists.
Are there any normal Republicans? Name me one normal Republican, Breakman, because I can't think of it.
There used to be before Trump.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So now,
but no, these guys were extreme before.
I understand that, Breakman, but here's my point about.
No, you're not. Like, because you're still really.
I don't like any of them.
A left-leaning station.
No, I don't like any of them.
MSNBC is
compared to Fox. Yes, I agree with you.
It's kind of like Frankfurt's wrong-headed opinions on on the whole when we were back when I don't know if he stole this position, but it was back when we were talking about like the sexualization of video game characters. It's like. And you were like pro Thunderfoot.
Who, me?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I never defended Thunderfoot. I don't like Thunderfoot.
back during the Anita Sarkeesian stuff.
Oh no, but that was completely different, man. That was a different whole. There was like one point that was on Thunderfoot's side that I had, and I can't even remember what it was, man. I'd have to go look at the archives again. But I agree with you for the most part, Breakman. Like
it wasn't stuff that was on that you told on the show, so you wouldn't find it there.
Okay. Here's the thing. Like, it's a little different now because of who's in office, man. I mean, Dungeon said it.
Yeah, I know. He's changed the game. Like I said, that's why I did something that I've never done this week. Is I went to the polls and I voted all Democrat.
Yeah. And
I actually voted for the Green and Libertarian candidates a few years.
I've never voted one party ever.
Yeah.
Never done that before. But as a statement, as an anti-Trump statement.
Yeah. And you're not alone, Breakman.
And voted all Democrat. I know, there were other people
I only voted for the Green and Libertarian candidates because their platforms were at least better than the Democrats. It's like some of the Democrats wanted to focus on the economy, which sounds like almost exactly what the right wants to do.
Yeah,
Well, there was actually one Republican who's been actually really good at his job as financial and stuff like that, but I didn't vote for him either because this is a statement. I'm voted for all Democrats as it's the only opposition that Trump's going to get.
Yeah.
Nobody and Dungeon Buster brought up Mitt Romney. There are very few Mitt Romneys anymore. Like the people that are saying like, no, this guy's wrong.
Romney is
many on the right have just. It's mind-boggling. Like I said before the election, I didn't think like. I said many times like he isn't going to have the support and stuff like that. I was completely shocked that he's gotten the support he has.
I told you, man.
I was completely shocked by it.
Look, Dungeon
it's just
brings
that
up...
when a Republican says he wants to support the economy, it's like code for I want to help corporations.
Yes, absolutely.
But no, that's not always true. Like I've seen Republicans who their job has been to keep taxes low for the public.
Yeah, well, how does that happen?
Economies and stuff like.
Well, I was looking very specifically at the governor and senator.
Yeah, Romney.
I don't even want to talk about Mike. I can't even talk about DeWine being our governor. I can't. I just my head's gonna explode. I can't do it.
Yeah, Romney's a terrible.
I can't take this. Jesus Christ! I can't believe people voted for him.
He did enough damage when you weren't a governor. Now imagine how much more he's gonna do now.
Yeah, Romney is.
He wanted to eliminate or keep gay marriages not a thing.
Romney's a terrible example because he talks like he's a moderate Republican and he's a far right winger like the rest of them, man. Like the Republican Party is no longer the party of Republicans; it's the party of Trump. And
that's what it's become.
So
actual conservatives don't exist.
So speaking,
it's kind of like libertarianism, where like most of the people that or politicians that are running on libertarian platforms aren't libertarians, or people that buy into that ideology can't live up to it because.
Well,
I've said before, like I consider myself, like politically speaking, I would consider myself to be a libertarian because I believe in people's freedoms and rights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But are there any politicians that actually believe that?
No. I consider myself a democratic socialist for the most part, but I'm mostly independent. Like I don't,
I believe in everybody should have their own individual rights as long as they don't impede on the rights of others.
Yeah, and sadly,
like if you want to fuck anybody you want to fuck, if you want to do whatever drugs you want to do, as long as it's not hurting anybody else. Why not?
Yeah, I totally
don't care.
I couldn't agree with you more, Breakman. But speaking of piece of shit Republicans, Jeff Sessions, he's my stinko of the week.
I think that was the one guy that everybody agreed sucked.
Yeah.
Even the Trump people hated him. Yeah. We hate him. I mean, Democrats hate him. Republicans hate him. He's the one guy that's universally hated.
Yeah.
But this is fucking ridiculous.
I don't care that he left. A matter of fact, I'm glad. That's one thing that Trump has done that's been actually kind of good because...
No, because he's bringing somebody in to specifically impede an investigation.
Yeah.
Judge supposed to say, I consider myself a civilizationist.
Who would impose despotism
and
taking armies
in cities to keep order. I do too, man.
Also conquer neighbors with religion. How dare you, Dungeon, you son of a bitch. That's funny as fuck. But no, I really am. Like, I think there's people like the heartening thing about this midterm election was there was a lot of women of color put into office in the House of Representatives, and hopefully the Senate will follow suit in 2 years.
I mean, if anybody's going to stand up to him, that's the most opposition we've seen has been from women for the most part. I think Elizabeth Warren has been one of the best oppositions.
I
and Bernie Sanders.
followed who won in the various districts, but I'm not sure if that Dr. Passion guy talked about has retained his House seat for one more term.
I don't know, Eric. You'd have to look that up. But let me get back to my point here. But the women of color in there, like Ocasio-Cortez, for instance, who's now the youngest member of the House of Representatives ever. She's also a Democratic socialist that believes in a livable minimum wage of $15 an hour, which I think is totally reasonable. If we can give
as long as it's not done
Eric,
Jeff
let me
Bezos
finish.
way.
I think we need to attack the real problem. The CEOs taking home most of the money.
Well, and how do we do that, Breakman? We start
taxing the hell out of corporations.
Well, we can't do that because they've already.
If raising minimum wage, all they do is raise the CEO's pay.
No,
that's what happens every time.
And then they'll do what Bezos did, and they'll just make everybody have a flat pay of $15 an hour, so people who are getting more suddenly get less, or will cut bonuses to offset that.
Fine,
that's
cut
exactly
their bonuses.
What they'll do. And they'll do whatever they can to offset the loss of money.
Well, here's the thing,
which usually means if you look at the products that we get. It's usually screwing over the customer more than anything. If you look at the products we get today, the candy bars are smaller.
Yeah.
Boxes of cookies are smaller.
Okay.
Like everything is shrank in size, but the price is going up.
Let me finish my thought on this, guys.
They cut their prices without hurting the CEO pay.
Yeah. No, I agree with that, but it's got to start somewhere, right?
And we got to go after the top.
Hold on.
We really need to start attacking the CEOs.
Let me finish, Break, before we carry on here. The thing is, you have to start with a living wage, right? Right now, I think the state of Colorado, or the federal minimum wage, is $7.20 or 40 cents an hour. I can't remember what it is now. Maybe it's $8.25. I think they moved it up to $8.25. How many people do you know can make a living with $8.25 an hour? I mean, that's like poverty level. That's like worse than poverty. If you're working,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, if we stop the CEOs and people at the top from taking all the profit money,
let me finish.
The people at the bottom take that money instead.
Yeah, but
it'll be more evenly distributed throughout the company.
Let me put together.
You wouldn't even need a minimum wage at that point because people would be getting more money. Than minimum wage.
All right, but here's my point on the whole matter.
I mean, honestly, the CEO rate of pay is astoundingly just.
Yeah.
I forgot what the study showed, like how much they could eat, how people could be making like thousands of dollars more.
Right. Here's the whole thing,
like
though.
Tens of thousands of dollars more if they just split up the pay.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the whole shebang right here. There's I think 3 points to this matter. You have to raise the minimum wage, right? So people can actually live. I've been there where I've made minimum wage, and it's not cool. Especially,
I've made minimum wage too.
Well, some people would argue minimum wage isn't a living wage, so we need a living wage.
Eric,
it's not.
Let me.
Really isn't.
Can I? I've tried to finish this point like 7 times now.
No, we're not gonna let you.
I know you're not. But let me get through these.
Mr. Awesome.
All right. Let's just move on then, I guess, because
we're just kidding. God.
All right. Let me try one more time here. All right.
No.
God damn it, son of a bitch. All right.
I'll mute myself. I'm sorry.
All right. Here's the thing. You have to start with the minimum wage, right? And I think $15 an hour is a very good starting point, right? To your point, Breakman, we have to limit CEOs' power and the amount of money that they make. Okay, so that's the second point. The third point is we cannot keep giving corporations these huge ass tax breaks. Back in the 50s, the companies were like paying, I think at the time it was like 40% of the gross taxes for the United States, and everything was thriving. We've got to get back to that. We got to stop giving corporations these huge tax breaks like we just did. We gave people like Bezos like billions of dollars in tax breaks. And it's people like Bernie Sanders that are bringing this to the forefront and saying, you know what? We can't keep doing this because it will break the economy. Eventually, the top 1% will break everybody else. I'm surprised we haven't broken right now. So it starts with minimum wage, then it starts with limiting CEOs and their pay. I'm not saying that we can totally limit what they make, and they should be making some good money, more than the average worker, because they've earned it. But you're right, Breakman, their pay has been extraordinarily high and too high, and their tax breaks are extraordinarily high too. They're not paying what we're paying in taxes, and that's fucking ridiculous. I think there's a breaking point with the American people, and I think it's coming real soon. So let's move on to Jeff Sessions. I agree that now we got a piece of shit in office, but I'm not sad to see Jeff Sessions go. He's a
Although we should be concerned as to why he let him go.
Yeah, he's universally the most hated piece of shit. For reasons, because he is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's the one thing that Trumpers and the rest of us could agree on.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy sucks.
He does suck.
Yeah, Jeff Sessions sucks.
Terrible on police brutality. Terrible on the drug war. Terrible on a bunch of he's the definition of a far right wing nutbag.
Well, no, this guy they're bringing in, he might even be worse as far as far right nutbag, because he said at one point in his career the judges you shouldn't be able to be a judge unless you're a confirmed Christian.
Yeah. So there's that.
I don't know if it can get more far extremist right wing than that.
That should be an automatic disqualification. You don't understand separation of church state. Get the fuck out of here.
He really should recuse himself from this thing, because he's already been on record as saying there was no collusion, et cetera, et cetera. So he's already biased, and I'm pretty sure. If the Mueller investigation lasts till January, which that's a big, huge question right now, then I'm pretty sure the House of Representatives will definitely bring that to the forefront and try to protect Mueller, which is important. My other stinko is the state of Florida. How racist do you have to be to vote for a person like Ron DeSantis? I don't know too much about Tim Scott, but I know a lot about DeSantis. And anytime that you bring out the racist dog whistles like monkey this up and stuff like that, and I don't know if you guys saw the debate with Gillum and DeSantis, but Gillum basically slapped him across the face 100 times and made him look seriously stupid. And he is
also
stupid.
Don't forget Ted Cruz.
Oh, I knew Ted Cruz was gonna win just because it's fucking Texas.
But Texas is getting to the point where they're not gonna vote straight Republican almost all the time.
I saw that.
They need to hurry up.
I'm actually really proud of Beto O'Rourke, because he's a populist democratic socialist that ran a very good campaign. Again, $15 minimum wage, Medicare for all.
Also, he did it without corporate money.
And without corporate money, that's the one thing that Brake and I always agree on. Get the fucking money out of politics, unless it's coming from individual donors in very small
like we said, there should be a maximum on how much you can donate. $50. Yep. That's the maximum, no matter corporation or person.
Yep. And no special
way there's
gifts.
no way
and
they
also
can hold anybody.
I agree.
Banning radio and television ads.
Yep,
my God, I can't fucking take them anymore.
Yep, I agree.
Jesus Christ, especially
if you want your platform heard, you do it the old-fashioned way.
You go to the constituents. Yep, absolutely.
You go either door to door or you hold events.
Yep.
And I can't fucking stand the yard signs.
Yep. All right.
Fucking goddamn, I hate those goddamn signs.
Yep, I agree.
Look at me, especially the Steve Shabbat ones. They've been the same fucking sign for the last. Let me see. What's it been? 30 years.
It's lovely when you go by your workplace.
It's been 22 years.
Yep.
It's lovely when you go by your workplace or the town you're living in, and you still see Trump Pence fucking.
Oh, I know. Get that shit.
Yeah, I know. Like,
Get that
I'm
shit
just,
off your lawn, man. Seriously,
like,
it
for
sucks.
real.
All right, let's move on to Sweetos. The only Sweeto this week I see is maybe you have a Sweeto Breakman, but here we go.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Sweeto of the week.
All right, Breakman, your Sweeto of the week.
The return of the greatest sport on the planet, college basketball.
I disagree that it's the greatest sport on the planet, but
I know, I disagree too. I prefer the NFL is my favorite sport. Personally.
yeah, I like the NFL too. But
as much as sometimes I don't want to, like, I love the NFL. I really do.
You know what? It's weird, Breakman. We talk about this almost every year, but one of my favorite teams is actually the Cincinnati Bearcats. So yeah. So
I love the Bearcats. Like I've said before, though, my favorite team depends on the season too. So.
I'm kind of a homer, man. I mean, I like all the
Yeah.
hometown teams like CU Buffs, CSU Rams, even the Air Force Falcons. They're in Colorado Springs. I follow them quite a bit. They've always had a pretty good, decent college basketball team, and they have a football team that usually upsets some of the big boys every year. So I do like those teams. Yeah, I'll even watch Wyoming Cowboys, even though they're in Wyoming and not in Colorado. But any Colorado team, I mean, I'm down.
Yeah.
You know. But cool, yeah. Mine is that the Democrats took control of the House, even though I can't stand most of the corporate Democrats. I think it was important that.
I know. Like I said, I voted a straight Democratic ticket, and it had nothing to do with the candidates themselves. It was because they had a D by their name.
Yeah.
Something I've railed against so many times in the past now.
Yeah, I agree.
But this is a statement against Trump.
Yep, and a lot of people felt the same way. Break, and it shouldn't be that way. You shouldn't like.
It should not at all. You're right.
Yeah.
But he is something completely different. Like we've never seen somebody so brazen in his idiocy and his terrible treatment of others and shit like that.
And by the way,
like, he's like a president from the 1800s.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. And by the way, I think he's one step closer to trying to become a dictator with the Acosta thing. I know it seems
he can try all he wants.
I know.
We've been over this a million times. I won't argue. Go ahead. Say whatever.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, he inches closer and closer. I mean, there were, like, who was it? The guy in Venezuela didn't overnight become a dictator. It took him a little bit, but eventually, what happened? He was voted in, and now he's a dictator.
I just hope that we have a Death Note situation where he ultimately fails.
I hope so too. I mean, I hope
he gets Death Noted by Ryuk.
Oh my God, that would be so cool. But no, I really hope that the Democrats don't do the Democratic thing and sit on their laurels. I hope they actually do make his life a living hell, because it's the only thing.
I want them to, but I don't want them to try the impeachment thing because it can't go anywhere. They need to not waste their time doing that.
Yeah, what they need to do is
we all want them to. I know we do, but
yeah.
As long as the Republicans control the Senate, it can't happen.
It'd
be exactly what happened with Bill Clinton. He was impeached by the House and then acquitted by the Senate.
Yeah,
it'd be the exact same thing.
Yeah, although I think this is a little different, because if the Mueller investigation brings up crimes, I don't think the Senate has any choice.
If it brings up crimes, I don't know. Like, they've already, remember, the Republicans already did their own specific, like, but we've already investigated, we've already acquitted them all of this. I think they'll just fight them all investigation.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
At one point I would have believed you, Frank, but I've lost hope in this batch of Republicans.
Yeah, I know.
These Trumpsters.
But see,
they want nothing but to be right and to follow this guy who's probably making them rich.
But
that's what I'm guessing is his corporate, all his corporate helping and finagling helps make them more rich.
Yeah, here's the one thing though, Breakman, they got their tax cuts. They got what they want, and their
that's right. That's how he made them more rich.
Yep, and the Supreme Court justices. So now that that's done, I don't think they have very much loyalty to Trump. Other than
I disagree. Now that Ruth Bader Ginsburg had that, I guess, fall, and she's saying that she has early signs of dementia. They are planning to take as many seats from
although
that is their goal, and if they think he can do it for them, they'll fall behind him. And so far, he got Kavanaugh in. So.
Well, he got Kavanaugh and Gorsuch, so they got the majority. They don't need any more, really. So
they'll keep trying. They want to take all the seats.
But they don't need Trump for that. They don't need Trump for that. They can get Pence in there and have Pence do their bidding like Trump could. So I think
they bent over backwards loving.
They have, but I'm telling you, Breakman, they talk up one side of their mouth and something on the other side of their mouth will come out. So
I know. For instance, Lindsey Graham and his quote just last year. If he fires Jeff Sessions, there'll be hell to pay. And then there's an interview of him saying, "Well, that was so long ago."
Yeah, I saw that, man. Lindsey Graham.
Jackass.
Lindsey Graham's one of the worst, man. He really is.
Because he was so anti-Trump. He was one of one of those people. It's like when we anybody but him. And then as soon as he gets elected,
Yeah.
At first he's like, "No, we can't do that." And then within a few months, it's like, "Oh, what? But he's the greatest man ever."
Yeah, but like I said,
Mr. Trump, is this the mole you want me to get, Mr. Trump? Okay, I got it.
But like I said, Breakman, they got their tax cuts. That was the main thing that they wanted, and they got their Supreme Court justices. So I think if it came down to it, if the Democrats did have the hard evidence with the Mueller report, I don't think the Senate. I think there would be enough defectors in the Senate on the Republican side to where they could get it done, because this guy is an absolute disaster.
I have no faith that happens.
I don't either. But the thing about it is also we only have 2 more years of this House had. You know what I mean? I mean, literally only 2 more years.
I'm mad that that we are actually probably going to go the whole 2
I am
years.
too.
They should get rid of him.
Yeah.
right now.
Let's not
don't sleep on any of this.
Yep.
Don't expect this to only be 2 years. I can definitely see him getting reelected.
I thought the same thing too, Breakman, and that's for a different show. Maybe we'll talk about that next week. But in our free for all this week,
It's a free for all. Little baby. Yeah, it's a free for all.
I didn't say my spiel.
you didn't have anything listed there. Eric,
I kind of have one.
All right.
Let's see. I guess it's cool that YouTube's on Switch now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is cool. YouTube on Switch. All right. Real quickly.
Free for all over.
Yeah, free for all over. No, the free for all this week, we talked about it a little bit earlier, and I'm glad that we actually have a few minutes to talk about it. The statute of limitations we mentioned earlier. It's time to reevaluate the statute of limitations for petty crimes and also for major crimes. The major crimes, there should be no statute of limitations. If you are let's say an armed robber, or a rapist, or a murderer, or a child abuser, or a child sexual abuser, then I
say if the crime is violent.
Yes, absolutely. That's
violent
a good way.
Sexual, stuff like that.
That's
violent sexual crimes.
I say if somebody robbed the bank with just a note.
Yeah.
It's been 50 years. I think we should probably just let that go.
Well, maybe
they weren't successful. They weren't violent.
Yeah.
It's not anybody else's fault. The bank gave them the money. All you gave them was a note.
Yeah, but the thing is I'm kind of on the fence on that one, because like it's still, how do you know that person didn't have a gun in their pocket or in a knife or something of that nature? So it's still a serious crime, but we can debate that. But what you're talking about is pure violence, all right? Armed robbery, rape, murder, sexual violence of any kind, like the stuff that happened to Blasey Ford with Kavanaugh. I think you should be able to go back, and if you find evidence that Kavanaugh did it, he should be in jail. So the statute of limitations.
Also, speaking of Ford, she's still getting harassed.
There should be a trial.
Right, due process, but that's what I said. If there's evidence that you did it and you go through the proper due process and a trial and stuff, and you're found guilty, then you go to jail. All right. None of this. Okay, it was 30 years ago. I mean, come on. Why didn't you come out with that? Yeah,
boys will be boys bullshit. Yeah, like it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So I totally agree with that, Breakman. The statute of limitations, I think we really need to. It's sort of like, and another thing we need to do away with, and I was glad that Florida kind of kind of did away with was the fact that convicted felons, once they do their time, they should be able to vote, right? Because it's just a continuation of punishment for the rest of their life. They don't. It doesn't need to be that way. And we wonder.
It needs to be easier for them to get jobs. Too.
Yes, absolutely.
Once you've been punished and served your time,
Yeah.
like it shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be as hard as it is to get back into society.
Totally agree.
That is one of the reasons there's so much oh my Jesus Christ! I can't.
Civitism. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's
Yes,
that is
the word that Frank just said because I'm too stupid to pronounce it.
No, I totally agree with you, Breakman. Like, it's really difficult. I know we just got done talking about statute of limitations, and then we segue into felons being able to vote. But there have been like Martha Stewart's a felon. She did insider trading. Should she not be able to vote? I mean, she did her time. She was in jail and she got out.
Yeah.
And then we should move on from that. She shouldn't be stigmatized with being a felon for the rest of her life and not being able to vote. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if let's say you did rob a bank and you served 30 years or 20 years or 10 years, you did your time. That should be the punishment. Not you get out and you can't decide, the laws and stuff. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, but I am heartened by Florida and their bid to put 1.3 million people back into the voting system because, you know what?
Also, another thing that would make it easier for them would be to, strengthen your rehabilitation efforts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my
Most prisons are just there for them to just sit in a cell. They don't do anything with them.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's ridiculous that some of them they refer to some of it as rehabilitation when it's really just punishment. It's not. There's not that much effort as far as rehabilitation.
Yeah, I saw
because you get Kent Hovind going in jail for evading taxes for 10 years. He gets out, he starts doing bullshit again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you do bullshit again, then the punishment is you go back to jail.
I don't think he's gotten arrested. I think he's just associated with shady people.
Yeah.
There should be, as you said, rehabilitation, and that they need to go through oh my God.
You can't talk today, bro.
How would you rehabilitate Trump, though?
You can't. There are some people that are irredeemable. I kind of like the way that some foreign countries do it, where their maximum sentence, I think, is 25 years, even for murder. But I think there are some people that should be institutions for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? So it's something that we really have to look at. And also, how about not jailing people that smoke marijuana for years and years for, doing something that they medically could need or even recreationally want to feel good for? I mean, the drug war is just retarded. We've talked about it on this show several times, and it's time to really take a look at the drug war and look at ending it. Just like we should probably look at some of the wars that we're in and ending those. We're in 7 wars right now. I think
screw ending them. Let's just pull out and just
and end them. Like I said, let's end the wars. Let's just end them.
Well, any damage that we do, we probably should have, take responsibility for, rehabilitating the countries we fucked.
Oh, like Iraq, like Libya, like what else? I mean, there's been so many. Venezuela we've meddled in. There's so many countries that we've. I mean, if we did that, we'd go bankrupt, Eric. So I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. But pulling our troops out of
at least until we've completely pulled out.
I think the people of Afghanistan have suffered enough right now, and come to find out that 9/11 had nothing to do, really. I mean, other than Osama bin Laden.
He wanted oil.
Oil. It's always about the oil, man. Always.
Because fuck, alternative fuel sources.
Yeah, I know.
We get money from Saudi oil tycoons.
Yeah, it's not always about that, but it's just about our meddling, and it's time to maybe cut our military spending down a little bit by bringing some of our troops home and letting them live their life again instead of always being at war. I mean, I'm sure these guys get sick of it too. I love the troops. I'm not. against our troops, but I want to bring them home. Let's bring some of these guys home. I'm sure.
For as messed up as Metal Gear Solid 4's story was, there was a case there in commentary on like the U.S. military-industrial complex's constant need to fight.
Yeah. How about bringing our troops home and sending them to the border so they can attack the caravan that's coming up? I'm obviously kidding.
Lord.
I know. All right.
Yeah, that was mostly a PR stunt, though.
Oh yeah.
Like just to distract us.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're up
midterm elections.
We're up against it. Let's do our. I'm bored too, Breakman. So let's get out of here.
I didn't say I was bored. I said, "Oh Lord."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh Lord. All right. Breakman, your plugs, please, sir.
You can follow me at break_man on Twitter and at that other thing, RPGrinders on Twitter.
That other thing. Yeah, send Breakman some Twitter love, man.
Doesn't matter, nobody.
It does matter.
Nobody sends me dick pics even. I feel sad. Please, I don't get anything.
Please send Breakman all the dick pics to at RPGrinders and at break_.
Really regret saying that.
Yeah, I think you're gonna regret it.
We erased the last last 20 seconds of this.
No, and I'm sure Freak 5 somewhere is listening, so you always got that going for you, Breakman.
He'll send you dick pics.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Probably of his own in different areas, out in public probably. All right, and you, Eric, your plugs, please.
The worst part is I brought it upon myself.
You can find reviews I've written on sites like BostonBastardBrigade.com, TotallyGN.com, and VogNetwork.com, and HonestGamers.com.
All right. Anything else, Eric?
There's at EricRPG on Twitter, and there's my Patreon there. The link is in my profile. So if you like the reviews I've written, and can throw even so much as $1, that'd be great.
Yeah. Let's get Eric some money, man. He does really good reviews. He's a very good, prolific writer. He's been doing reviews for a very long time now, and it's time he gets some money love. So do that. Anything else, Eric?
Have a good weekend, and only one more full work week before we get our long weekend for Thanksgiving.
Oh, there you go, man. That's good for you. All right, you can follow me on Twitter at Frank Branches. As Breakman said, the show's Twitter is at RPGrinders. Send all your hate, all your love, everything to at RPGrinders. We'll make sure and mention you on the show one way or the other.
Just not dick pics.
Yeah, and tons of dick pics. Breakman said it earlier. He wants dick pics. So
just not
send all your dick pics. We won't be able to
send me other anatomy pictures.
Buttholes.
Never
make sure
mind.
You send buttholes to.
No pictures at all.
Do you know anybody that has ham instead of turkey for Thanksgiving?
I'm cutting off my ability to accept pictures of any sort.
Not really, Eric. Let's see. Thanks to everybody in chat. Apricot Drewfruit, love that name. Commander Roots in chat. Land Fusion, and I think Positivity Bot is a bot. But anyways, thanks for joining your AI self. Slow Cool was in chat. Thank you so much for joining. And Soylent Grey, which is Dungeon Buster, is in chat as well. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us in chat. Lively discussion this week. Hopefully we'll have more of the same next week. Anything else, gentlemen?
I've buried I've dug my hole deep enough.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I think we should call the episode Cheese Dust.
Okay. Whoever posted tonight can name it whatever they want. Let's see. Oh, and make sure you go and watch Castlevania. It's fucking good, man. Really good. I watched the second to last episode probably like 2 or 3 times now, and it's as awesome as it ever is, man. So and that's about it. Thank you guys so much for joining. Stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Till next week, we're out. Send Breakman all your dick pics and butthole pics. Okay, I'm done. All right, we're off. We just got done with the recording.
You can't see me, but I'm totally glaring at you.
That's awesome, Breakman. Hey, I didn't say it, man. You're the one that wanted the dick pics and the butthole pics, man. You know, so. All right. Thank you guys so much, Dungeon, as always, dude. Dungeon. How do you like? Maybe you can get with me like on PlayStation when you see me and tell me how I can broadcast. I've already connected my YouTube or the RPGrinders YouTube to my account, so that way I can post some game videos. So maybe you can tell me how to do that. But thank you so much for joining, Dungeon. As always, you rock, dude, and you're one of the fucking greatest game players I've ever seen, and which isn't saying much because you're pretty much the only one I've ever watched live. But all right, have a good time. Thank you for joining us on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you guys so much. If you want to join us live, 7 Eastern every Friday, YouTube and Twitch. So thanks a lot. All right, that's it. Thanks a lot, guys. Let's stop the stream.